Tough loss tonight, Coach. What are some things you see that you need to work on?
Well, definitely we played a really good team, extremely well-coached team, very talented. Did a great job last year. They're just moving forward. And, defensively, if we don't get to where we can defend and rebound, we're going to have a hard time this year. Everybody's hung up because we've lost Jalen, and that's a big thing concern. But at some point, we got to understand the point guard position doesn't have anything to do with what's going on. I mean, he can't guard 5 people on the floor. So we're at a place to where we're going to have to really identify what we're doing and come up with a plan as a team and a staff to where we're going to be more competitive. You can't get out-rebounded the way we're getting out-rebounded and be successful, especially when you're playing a really, really talented and extremely well-coached team.
Did you see more energy than you saw Monday night?
A little bit more energy. I really was pleased with Sabri Thompson because at 7-minute mark, he just kind of said, hey, guys, I'm not giving up. I'm going to fight. I felt like we competed a little bit harder. I think that it's a situation to where they've got to work through them themselves. It's like anything that you go through, and it's difficult, but we can't continue to just sit around and say, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We got to come and we got to get a plan and we got to go to work and we got to get it done.
What made them so tough to stop in transition?
The biggest thing was that I think it's a combination of 2 things. One, they got second chance balls, and then it's like, oh no. There's another way that a lot of people describe, oh no, they're fixing to go down and hammer on us. But you think about the points they got out of that's really the difference in the game, even though, it was decided much earlier than that. You take away all those points in the first half, you're not down 14 points in the first half. And those 7 buckets that they got off of those type things are throwing the ball back in under their goal where it goes right in their hands. That's something we learn, and I think that they're playing hard. I think they're doing a lot of little things, but the problem is that maybe we're still in the fog, but we better hurry up and get out of it because it doesn't get any easier from here.
And Devontae House scoreless tonight. How much you need him to score for you?
I don't think he has to score a point. I think he's got to get the ball where it needs to be. I think he's got to distribute. He's got to be a spearhead on defense and do those things. I thought he did some okay things. I think that he just, they were long. Well, they're going to be longer on Sunday in Arizona. So we've got to be prepared, and you got to pick your places and pick your choices of where you're going to try to get shots and what you're going to do.
Once Zeke was able to isolate on the perimeter, he seemed like he was able to even handle even the longer defenders, kind of created for himself a little bit tonight when he hadn't had to in the past. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, what we basically were doing, we're trying to get some movement. We were having a hard time getting our post guys moving up and down, which he is one of them in that offensive set. But what we're trying to do is move the ball and get it to where it was late in the shot clock for him just to take the ball, and because he is effective. And that makes a lot of difference when you got a guy that can do that. So we'll just see how that goes and see how we develop. We're kind of pushing. We're kind of like feeling ourselves around, trying to figure out what step to do, where to go, what we need to do, where we're going to get it from. But I thought that he did some okay things. He's having a hard time because Zeke is so smooth that it appears that he is initiating contact. That happened to us in the last 2 games. He's going to have to just go take it and quit thinking that there's going to be a foul call. I'm not being critical of the official. I'm trying to help him understand what he's got to do to overcome the change in the game.
You said the communication